Can I assume that your presence here before me indicates that you found something worthwhile in Sophir Cavern? Let me see. Yes, yes. These look to be Imperial, and they appear to belong to the right era. Can I assume that your presence... Let me see. Yes. Not from around here.
Ah, the wind carries you back. Now speak true, and say how you fared. I look upon you with newfound respect. I assume the mire gaunt. When fruit...
I was sad to hear about the troubles
History.
in Silent Mine.
Can we truly discover the truth of the past?
Is no place safe anymore?
Have you heard that Cyrodiilic Collections managed to obtain the golden skull of the Lakar?
What? Really? I thought artifact had been lost.
All right, Chuksu. You can do this. You can do this. Good day, traveler. Is there something I can, help you with? Is it that obvious? Yes, I am. Well, no, not really. I've come to ask Sulakish, a former agent of the Shadow Scales, to help arbitrate a dispute. But speaking to an assassin, even a retired one, is a terrifying prospect, to say the least. If you don't mind, to introduce the issue, if nothing else. The dispute is between Nurhe and Pahisa, who both claim rights to a nearby salt rice farm. They've already both agreed to accept Sulakish's decision. Thank you, Biko. You've at least given me time to work up some nerve. And please, be mindful to show Sulakish only respect. Both defendants claim inheritance of a salt rice farm previously owned by the now-deceased Kimaru. Nurhe, a local trader, claims the farm as collateral for debts owed. Pahisa, egg-sister to the deceased, claims it by familial association. The Saxleal of Merkmair don't exactly have laws as understood by outsiders. Small disputes are handled by an arbiter of both parties' choosing. This could be anyone, though it tends to be the tribe's tree minder. I worked for Kimaru for several years. As a neutral third party with an interest in the farm's well-being, I volunteered to arbitrate. I worked for Kimaru and her alone, while Pahisa was present. She did little to help the farm. I barely even spoke to her before this dispute. I just want... Simply put, the Shadow Scales are an order of assassins that have been present in Blackmarsh since time immemorial. Among the Saxleal, they are both feared and respected. Sulakish is of an advanced age, which is a rarity within her order. The Shadow Scales serve Blackmarsh in many ways. Their role in our society is much more nuanced than mere killers. They help keep the natural order of things as it... I don't believe so. Their order may be secretive about their practices, but I doubt many are so open about their judgments. However, Sulakish has now granted Lilmoth her wisdom many times. She will see the right path. In this, I have faith. Thank you, Biko.
Though the Saxleal generally choose to live in tribes based around a history,
Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership. That is why there are so many travelers in this town. Deeper in the swamp, the tribes tend to be more isolated and hostile to outsiders.
Professor, can you tell us what an Uzif Biko is? I've overheard some Argonians referring to it, but I'm not familiar with the term.
Oh, well, it's a term used for a ritual partner that performs,
In the dry skin tongue, you would say nest friend. I am sure you can draw the meaning of such words. You are scholars, after all. Sitting beneath its swaying leaves, hearing its words within the breeze. Speak, hear the hist, speak, hear the hist, speak its words to me. Below the roots forever spread, collecting souls of our dead. Speak, hear the hist, speak, hear the hist, speak its words to me. From its side,
Is this supposed to be some kind of
judgment, we and strife, tribe and hist, sky and sun, all connected, all are one. All connected, all are one. Sitting beneath its swaying leaves, hearing its words within the breeze. Speak, hear the hiss, speak, hear the hiss, speak its words to me. Hear the hiss, speak its words.
No need to come any closer, stranger. I can hear you just fine from there. Ah, such a sweet sound. As they say, silence is the music of Sithis. You have my attention. Is this about Chukzu? I've heard him pacing for an hour or so and suspect he seeks my judgment on some matter. As I thought. Very well. I'll need evidence if I'm to properly judge. Speak with the two claimants, Nurhe and Paheza. Seek their truths, yes, but also their lies. Both will. The midge lingers. Do you seek anything else? Naturally. Speak. We are ones born under the shadow, trained as assassins and given over to the Dark Brotherhood. Those of us fortunate to live long lives, however, must learn to serve Sithis in other ways. So I have become a Kuvaste, an agent of need. Many think of death as an end. This is only partially correct. Death is also a beginning, a cycle turned again. The shadow scales see this more clearly than most. And so we are tasked with sharing our wisdom with others. Sometimes, quite disputes stem from a refusal to accept change. This creates stagnation. A stuttering tongue cannot be trusted to say what must be said. Right to the point. Tell me, how old do you think I am? Oh, I like you. Yes, I am very old. With age came the loss of my vision. Now we are ones born under the shadow. Many disputes, right? My, what a charming little liar you make. I'm much older than that, of course. The midge lingers.
From its sap, we gain our life. By its
Do not hesitate.
We and strife. Tribe and east, style and sound.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
Oh, Galish, such things you say.
Your voice is more beautiful than the croaking of a vosa sato.
Oh, stop it. You're going to make me blush.
Together we would hatch many eggs so large and robust that all would be in awe.
Are you saying what I think you are?
Become my Uzith Biko, werewolf. The bonding ceremony awaits.
Of course. Oh, Galish, you've made me so happy.
Up two, Dark Toads, and watch your step. This pier is made from wicker and prayers.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
I told you to stretch beforehand, you oaf. And don't go thinking you can convince me to rub your aching back when we're done.
no time to chat. It is a busy day, and I need to make sure this shipment is off before the next tide. Take your business elsewhere. The Shadow Scale? I see. My claim on that farm is as watertight as my trading vessels. Kimaru, may she be at peace with the Hist, owed me several debts before she departed. That farm acts as collateral. We were business associates. I would buy her salt rice crop and sell it in far-off Senchal. The cats like to put moon sugar on it. When Kimaru fell on hard times, I offered a loan. That skooma-addled Kuda couldn't tend a crop if her scales depended on it. She may be Kimaru's egg sister, but she cares nothing for that salt rice farm. It would be run into the muck before the next season. Of this, I have no doubt. As the Dryskins would say, an idiot. You have but to speak to Pahesa once to see the truth in my words. If you do not believe me about Pahesa...
I'd leave that alone, if I were you. You're as stealthy as a Wamasu in heat.
You came to make metal sing the fire song.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles.
What do you want? That sniveling little slug. Chuksu was supposed to handle this himself. Well, what more do you want to know? The farm was my egg sister's, so it belongs to me now. A fair claim by anyone's standards, I would... No. But why would she need to? Of course she would want me to have the farm. All I want is to sell the damn place and move on with my life. Look, her memorial, of course.
Manasaxleel lies. Their lives are honored with the carvings on their grave stakes. If you're so curious about who my just leave me to my grief.
Have you heard that Cyrodiilic Collections managed to obtain the golden skull of Bilakar?
Really?
Do I have the look of one who wishes to talk? Begone! Sublime, my brother. You're a long way from the Gold Coast. If you seek aid, look for another in our order. I have been entrusted with a sacrament. And you as well, brother. Do I have the look?
Perhaps I'm being silly, but I have this feeling of dread. I came to Lilmoth on urgent business. Well, I thought it was urgent.
Alone I travel, alone I sleep. But if not for us coming together, no gold would I earn. Do you? Many steps. Hot sun.
Have you heard that Cyrodiilic Collections managed to obtain...
Do not be a limp
To be the
fish.
last Guthring
You
ain't
did
such a
right
lonely
coming to
thing.
me.
You must visit drills
I sense
now and
there are
again.
more coils to this snake than a mere property dispute.
Thank you for all your...
Welcome back. Your footfalls have a very peculiar quality, did you know? You bear much weight on your shoulders, I sense. No doubt you have spoken to the claimants. Tell me, what have you learned? Ah. And from what Chuksu has told me, she also plans to sell the farm. Most likely to pay off the debts she undoubtedly has with such a habit. What of Nurhe? And so it all comes together. Paheza steals from her egg sister to pay off her debt to Nurhe. The salt rice farm suffers as a result. Nurhe uses this to his advantage and forces Kimaru into debt as well. The answer is now clear. The two parties must meet. Acquire oil from both a mature bog willow and a perfumed snapper. You must keep these oils separate, of course. Give the bark oil to Nurhe, and the snapper oil to It is a shadow scale custom. The oils help separate those who cling from that which they cling to. In this case, a dispute. Have both Nurhe and Paheza rub the oil into their scales and tell them to meet at the town's entrance. There, in Merkmaier, the decision of a shadow scale is absolute. Chukzu may have sun-blessed intentions, but one cannot merely ask an eel to fly. It must be pierced by an arrow and shot upwards. This. Have both Nurhe.
I have an uneasy.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history.
After whittling the wood, I use slug mucus to paint the designs. It may be acidic, but the color always comes out. esteemed Biko. What? Rub oil into my scales. Whatever for? Negotiate? Is the matter not settled? All right. Good luck getting Baheza to even bother attending. Or even speaking her case coherently. Oh? Not surprising. We wrote a lot of letters to each other. Baheza would often conduct business on... Just what do you think you're implying? You listen to me, Mudfish, and you listen well. My business is all above board, and I do not give one lick of a toad's backside what you think you found. Good luck getting Baheza to even bother attending, or even speaking her. Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, down deep within the swamp. Your voice is more beautiful than the croaking of a bosasado.
You again. Here to tell me the Shadow Scale's judgment, are you? Well, let me hear it. Negotiate? With that spineless Kuda? Fine. Besides, it's about time that someone put Nurhe in his place. There's no doubt that this Shadow Scale will agree with my claim. What's this? Smells like perfume. I'll do as the Shadow Scale asks, of course. Not stupid enough to go against. Finally, a chance to put Nurhe in his proper place. I hope the Shadow... Oh, so you finally caught wind of the truth, did you? Nurhe's the whole reason I'm like this. What do you know? Who are you to judge me? It was different before, you know. I had a life. I had a family. And now I have nothing. Shut up! Just go away! I won't hear another word of this. You're lucky there's a Shadow Scale involved, or I'd burn down that whole farm just to spite you all. Then no one would get anything. Is that what... Finally.
Though the Saxleo generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership. That is why there are so many travelers in this town. Deeper in the swamp, the tribes tend to be more isolated and hostile to outsiders.
Professor, can you tell us what an Uzit Biko is? I've overheard some Argonians referring to it, but I'm not familiar with the term.
Oh, well, it's a term used for a ritual partner that performs,
In the dry skin tongue, you would say nest friend. I am sure you can draw the meaning of such words. You are scholars, after all.
Thank you both for agreeing to this negotiation.
Of course. Far be it from me to deny the wisdom of a shadow scale.
Oh, please. Let's just get this over with.
Before we begin negotiations, I want the two of you to shake hands, amicably, to show your good intentions in coming here.
What happened? What did you do?
What was asked of me, I resolved their dispute. I entrust the farm to you, Chuksu. You do best to not disappoint me.
By the hist, did you see that? They just touched and exploded. I suppose I can't be too surprised. I was the one who suggested we go to a shadow scale in the...
And so, the farm now belongs to one who is worthy of it. I'd much rather pass such judgment with my own hand. I saw the needed resolution and acted accordingly. That is all. My rule... And so, I saw the needed resolution and acted accordingly. In the name of Sithis, I have brought about the needed change. That which hindered has been removed. May the Dread Father guide your blade.
I think I have to lie down for a moment.
In the name of Sithis, I have brought about...
You're here! Excellent! Welcome to the headquarters of Cyrodiilic Collections. Now, we have business to discuss, right? I hope our... Yes, we'll get to that. But first, payment for services rendered. You helped me acquire the Kajinjat crystal and recovered 3 Argonian treasures besides. Peerless work, my friend. Peerless! Please, take this payment with my compliments. You're here! Yes. Now then, are you ready to discuss my... Ready for another adventure, my friend?